grasp, it's what we don't have. On time as it passes us by, we were all forced to turn in time, but we were all sort of willing. We wish it's way time, something as precious as this, something we cannot get back. And out the window it goes. Not childhood, our childhood is gone. Those days in the sandbox when our only troubles were bullies and broken crayons. The days when the only sickness we knew was a fever, and mom would usually remedy those. Broken hearts were only sugar cookies we broke to share, and your dad dropped you off on your first day of school. Innocence that we knew would make its first corrosion today. Like the iron exposed to the rain, it rusts. We were given to the first lash of the world, lesson 1. Kids can be cruel, calling you names, the likes of which you've never heard before. Four Eyes or Bucktooth Beaver, weirdo with the ragged sneakers. Before they knew any better, kids, yeah, they were cruel. The words spoke loudly and manifested. Lesson 2, names did hurt you. Because you sat down and you cried. Cry baby, they chanted. They didn't know, they were only kids. So we hurried to grow up, hoping that our lives would get better as we got old. And little did we know, hardship was just down the road. Lesson 3, love lived alongside agony. A crush, yes. Devastation upon our fragile minds. No was the answer we got. Embarrassed, face hot red, and we grew cold. Innocence gone. Love was not for everyone. Lesson 4. When the TVs clicked, we knew of war. Violence in the skies, dropping bombs on everyone. Our innocent minds couldn't think of why, as those 2 buildings collapsed, booming like the sound of 1,000 atom bombs. Trauma and torn families, streets littered in shattered bodies and broken concrete. Our innocence gone as we witnessed our first body. Lesson 5, death was a real thing. As we pictured us growing of ages old, step down, we were told by the Reaper. Someday we would meet face to bones, leave with the fight, or greet him as an old friend. As the Grim Reaper's kiss lingered at every crossing, every gunshot fired licked our skins, we got by every day. As we lived another day, we were lucky. Lesson 6, alcohol and drugs don't mix. A slit to the wrist was all it took. As we learned of suicide, homicide, genocide among the masses. Lesson 7, poverty struck the lower classes as if they were forgotten. They felt themselves better than them because the rich seemed to forget that we were all born with nothing. Privileged as they are, they seem to take things for granted. Lesson 8, with the different races came a different hate, different connotations left along the linings of our hearts, our minds poisoned, and this is what society teaches. Lesson 9, around the opposite sex you feel benign, you're unsatisfied with how you look, and you obsess about bikini lines. Or if you're a guy, you're trying to get ripped, beating the guy ahead of you before he gets his prize. The girl, she was at the end of the line. Lesson 9.9, insecurities with underlying depressions, therapy, counseling, and self-bettering sessions, as you try to be the anchor of another boat, while your own is drifting, while your own is sinking. Lesson 10, we sit and watch as the world bends, as it no longer is what we had once seen. No longer children are we. War continues and we struggle for peace. Our skies gray every day. They cover the blue sky illusion that is the comfort of day. Diseases emerge, evolving. And behind it all, we realize we are our own true enemies. We were in such a hurry to grow up. We didn't know how good it was. The true meaning of you don't know what you've got until it's gone. What we left behind were memories, diplomas, good job stickers, toys, and baby bottles. Because being young was so overrated. But as adults, we feel a childhood is wasted. We are no longer innocent. We bear the generation to come. Full throttle, speed ahead. Think of the challenges they will have to face. The mistakes that we made will give them trouble as they go. We take in all these lessons and yet we learn nothing.